think out there today? Did you like playing in front of a crowd?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank, first and foremost, the people of the Valley. They've all been tremendous. Just really appreciate their hospitality, and they couldn't have been more helpful. And I also want to thank the fans for coming out today. It was the weather forecast wasn't good, but I think we, for the most part, dodged the worst stuff. So it was just nice to have a little change of pace.
Kirk, how would you assess the play of the three quarterbacks so far?
You know, it's kind of hit or miss right now, and that's kind of how the whole offense is at this point. We're rotating them in, which is probably tough for them to get a little bit of a rhythm going, but we're rotating the guys through. All three of them are doing some good things, and all three still have things to work on. So I think at this point, you know, it's early to try to predict, and we're not going to, but we'll let the guys continue to compete.
Could you see Riley? How you about Kansas and the way he's come back?
You know, he really practiced well last year. I was half tempted to throw him in there in the last couple of weeks, but we just didn't make sense at that point. But he really worked hard to come back from the injury, and thought he really looked good at the end of the season. And today was certainly a good day for him. He showed some things, so that was good to see. It's the first time he's really been tackled to any great extent since he's been hurt. And, you know, I thought looked really good out there.
How about Riley McCarron?
Burning a year, I'm sure now that you think about it, it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like the right thing to do, and it still was probably a little bit early last year, although he did come back pretty quickly.
It's just like Riley McCarron looks like he belongs out there for a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, Riley did some good things on the scout team last year, and it's like, you know, that's always encouraging, but it's a little bit like playing pickup basketball or an organized basketball. It's sometimes, you know, guys lose something in the translation, but he's done a good job. And this has been a big spring for him, a big spring for a lot of guys. But he's competing well, and boy, he's eager and just works hard, and he's a tough guy.
Looks like he catches about everything thrown, though.
He tries to. Yeah, he sure tries to.
What's the idea? 2 snaps now for the quarterbacks. Is that just get him to make, you know, get him some sort of rhythm, or just?
Yeah, we may mix that up later on, but that's really what we've done in every drill since we got started. So as a result of that, you know, all three of them are working with the first group, second group, and the third group. So it's not like anybody's got an advantage that way. And I don't know how much longer we'll keep doing that, but we'll keep rotating for sure.
Do you see any separation? How long do you think it's going to take before you do, if you don't?
I don't yet. I mean, you know, Jake still has the most best handle on things for obvious reasons. But we'll just probably I'm guessing let it go throughout the whole spring. We'll see how this next week goes, and certainly the next three practices we'll just kind of keep doing like we're doing it.
Is Jake kind of where you would hope he'd be in the sense that he is the elder statesman of this group, development-wise?
Yeah, I think he's doing a lot of good things, and but there's no sense trying to make a conclusion right now. We don't need to, and I think in fairness to all three of them, we just want to watch them all compete.
Brandon Sheriff, how do you like the way he's progressed? He says he's added upper body strength, even a better, more complete player.
Yeah, you know, he just works hard first and foremost all the time, and you know, 2 years ago he did some good things out there, but he struggled at times. Last year he was really coming on before he got hurt, and the injury was a setback. Certainly, you know, you miss time, that always set you back. But when he was able to start training, he really trained hard, and he continues just to you know, grow and improve physically. And this work right now is really helpful to him. So he's doing a lot of good things. And I don't think we have any, but it works any harder, it's any tougher.
Do you have a starter at running back right now? I mean, would you, if you had to pick one?
You know, I mean, no, we like both Mark and Damon. Both, I mean, they both do. They're different kinds of backs, but they're both. We consider them both starters, and Jordan really looked good today too, so that was encouraging.
Carl Davis, it looks like he's quicker, a little better fit now.
Yeah, and it's you know, last year he wasn't able to practice in the spring and missed some time early in camp. And just players develop, and they develop confidence with experience, and so that set Carl back a little bit. He had a really good winter. You know, I think the strength staff was really pleased with the way he worked, and it just seemed like, you know, to mature a little bit. He's been practicing, and yeah, so he's going into his 4th year now, and this is usually when a guy really starts to. I think it's certainly helpful.
What's your feel for the progress your team's made in these practices so far?
You know, they're working hard. They've been working hard since the end of the season. Their attitude's been really good. And I think we're doing a lot of good things individually, and we're doing some good things in some of the group areas. We get the team, you know, it's not there yet. That's usually how it goes. So keep in mind. So we're not there yet, but the guys are working hard, and they're really trying to improve.
The gunner drills and other punting things that we saw today, is that a new influx of new coaching, or is those things we just don't normally see in practices we've been to?
Some of the things that Chris has brought are new, and we've done a lot of good things on special teams through the years. And Chris has some different ideas, and it's really all he's done for 4 years now. So he was really in it up to his neck and totally immersed in it. And so he came in with some new ideas, and when we sat down and talked, it was really interesting to hear some thoughts. And it's been fun to watch him work with the guys.
Yeah,
I think they're enjoying it.
It's like he sets people up to have fun, like it's games within games, and do the players seem to react well to it?
I think so. I think they've enjoyed his style and the things he's doing with them, and I've seen some good things on not only the field but the film afterwards.
Is Nico hurt?
Yeah, pretty mild. I hope he's back. The next day is Wednesday, so hopefully, knock on wood. So far, so good. He's really been pretty lucky on that front.
Outside of that, any other significant injuries, or would you say you've been relatively healthy?
That's knock on wood. It's just been bumps and bruises or strains. So it's been good.
Is the competition in some key spots maybe more intense than it has been in the past, just considering the year you came off and this guy's sitting out?
Yeah, I think everybody's intent on getting better, and one thing, when you go 4-8, there aren't any incumbents. Nobody's performance, starting with myself, none of us good enough for what we're looking for. So, that's a fact, and we've all been working hard, and I think that the guys are carrying it to the field. Again, it doesn't always come together the way you want it to, but I think it's not for a lack of effort, that's for sure.